This is the summer of when I'm 15. I started working roofing, landscaping, so just labor jobs, in Detroit, around Ann Arbor. That's kind of the first time I ever moved to a location where I found Hispanics that didn't speak Spanish. When I remember one time roofing in Dearborn, this was I think the chief of police home, and they one of the guys had hired us, and I was there. Like I said, I was 16 years old, and I'm here just tearing down the roof, sun beaming on you, and if you ever done roofing, the sun is almost like twice as hot up there because of the shingles, the kind of shine, they reflect on you. So you're out there just tearing it down. And I remember, I think one of the things that just like sticks to me even to this day was after that roofing job, we were done, and the guy was like, "Hey, well, I'll pay you extra. Well, I'll just pay you guys' money today if we're done in 6 hours." And I think we were done like within 5. But he only gave us like in cash maybe 90% of what we were supposed to get paid. And his whole goal was, I'll give you 90%, and then you'll show up the next day, or the next work day, and get paid the rest, the 10% plus whatever. But what I was getting at is, when I finished the roofing, the chief of police daughter kind of stopped and looked at me and said, "Are you Mexican?" And that was the first time I ever kind of was exposed to that, because again, where I grew up in California, it was all, the majority were Hispanics, Latinos, Mexicans, so and then there were some white, and at one point there was a black family in London, but reality was all just Hispanics, and everybody knew Spanish. So then fast forward again, I'm 16, doing this roofing job, and then seeing this little girl say that, and it's her innocence, right? And I said, yeah, yeah, I am Mexican, right? She just smiled, and that was it. And but again, I was never exposed to other cultures or other, again, I worked roofing with a Puerto Rican, so this is kind of where I think my mind kind of expanded a little bit more to what was out there outside of just a small town of London, and doing all this dumb stuff I was doing growing up.